Yeah, 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 yeah. You're now tuned into the one and only place where you can get what's needed on your plate along with what's going on in your hood. Candy Lady's gonna keep you up to date with events going on round your way. What's really good? SC by Black locally. Keep them dollars circulating in your own community. It's the SCBBL show. You're now tuned into the SCBBL show. Rock, rock on. Rock on.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the SCBBL show. Today we are here with the Mrs. Latorie Lloyd Walker, who is running for Moncks Corner Town Council. Hi, Latorie.
Hello, Candace, and hi, everyone.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm doing awesome. So do you want to tell people a little bit about Latorie?
Oh, sure. Again, I'm Latorie. I'm a native here from Moncks Corner, South Carolina, which I love. I grew up at here and left and came back to live and raise my children. I live in the Moss Grove subdivision of Moncks Corner. I am, I'm a business owner. I own 3 preschools. It's called Aspire Early Learning Academy. Yes, and I'm also an adjunct professor at Trident Technical College. I have a 19-year-old and a 13-year-old. Both are boys. They're teenagers. And then I also had a puppy named Deuce. He, like I said, he runs our house, like literally. And I'm also a published author. I wrote the book Aspire in Your Pursuit, which can be found online or at Amazon as well.
Girl, make sure you drop that link in the comments after the video.
Okay, I sure will.
That is amazing. 3 preschools. Are they in different areas or where are they located?
They're all in the Columbia area. I have one in Lexington, one in West Columbia, and one in Columbia.
Okay.
In the city of Columbia, yes.
Awesome. So is Columbia where you resided before you relocated back to Moncks Corner?
Yes, I lived in Columbia for 9 years.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. So Latorie, when it comes to being now in the running for town council, what kind of drove you to have a passion to want to pursue that?
I've always had a passion to help and provide service. I have an associate's degree that I received at Trident Technical College in public service. So I knew from being a teenager that the service industry is where I wanted to be. So when it came to the opportunity of being able to run for town council, I felt like God kind of put that in me to be able to serve on a larger level. So, I can definitely, continue to give as I have been, but I would be able to not only just be a voice for others, but also be a resource for so many people who don't know what's going on at the table. We got to have a seat at the table at the end of the day. So I wanted to be able to kind of be that connection and bridge that gap that we currently have.
That is awesome. So for the basic person, tell us a little bit about Town Council 101. Like, what does the Town Council even do for the town of, of an area?
Well, the town council basically works with the mayor. We support the mayor's decisions. We would be able to, well, I'm saying we as though we're already there, but I know, speak it. But the town council comes together once a month to govern any type of policies that are brought to the town table, to govern any approvals of, let's say, any major construction, new neighborhoods. They're pretty much it's just pretty much like a governing agency, just kind of keep it basic. A governing agency that would just make sure the town stays in order, remains in order, and you have community members at the table helping make major decisions that help the town move forward.
Wow, that is amazing. So we have like your top 3 focus areas, and we can kind of like run through those and then branch off of that. And if our viewers have any questions or things that you would like to talk about, put it in the comment section so we can go ahead and be ready to start talking about that afterwards. So one of the top three things is to bring a diverse perspective of being a mother, experienced business owner, and formerly trained leader, and a minority woman to the town council. And I personally did research to find out what all of the local town councils look like, and none of them are very diverse. So when I saw that you were in the running, I was like, oh, I got to get her on the show. So do you want to talk about that first point about bringing that diversity into the town council?
Of course. So the foundation of my candidate race is perspective. I don't want to just run on, and just to be transparent, I don't want to just run on the Black card, but at the same time, if we keeping it real, we want to be able to have that representation on our board as well, yes, on the council as well. So I want to be able to bring that authentic, diverse perspective to the table, because people who look like us are able to make authentic decisions regarding the well-being for us, because we understand. Not saying that anybody else can. So I'm not saying that at all, because, everyone has the ability to be a voice for everyone. But I want to be able to say, hey, we have representation. If you feel, quote unquote, intimidated about coming to town council meeting, hey, talk to me. Let's have that one-on-one conversation. In regards to being a minority woman, is not just about, about being African American or Black. It's also about, serving the Hispanics, the Indians. We're all considered minorities in the town of Moncks Corner, if we want to be realistic. Yes. And then also I want to talk about the perspective of being a formally trained leader. I not only do I have the boots to the ground experience of leadership, I also have the formal education of leadership. My master's degree is in management and leadership. My bachelor's degree is in business administration. So I'm bringing the best of both worlds, where I have the leadership experience, but I also have the leadership education, which I believe I can add value to what we already have on a great existing town council. Most and definitely. Then also I didn't hear you, I'm sorry.
Most definitely, I was just agreeing.
Okay, and then also you mentioned experienced business owner. I don't talk the talk. I also have walked the walk. I've built my business from the ground up with $0 and no loans. So, I'm able to be a resource to the business owners within the town as well, and say, hey, I was not born with a silver spoon. I don't have a silver spoon given to me. I didn't have this lump sum resource to build my foundation on. So I understand your pain points. I understand where you're coming from. And I will work with the council members and the mayors to be able to voice that for you, because I have that authentic perspective. And then again, being a mother, I'm a stakeholder from Moncks Corner. Yeah. Not only just as far as being a mother, but also like I've mentioned before in my bio that I posted, my parents are from Moncks Corner, born, raised, the whole nine. My grandparents are, their parents are. Like, I have decades of legacy and rich history right here in Moncks Corner. So I also bring that perspective, that authentic perspective, that I'm going to do what's best for the people in the town of Moncks Corner, regardless of how I feel, regardless of how the whole town feels or the council feels. At the end of the day, it's about me being able to vote and voice for the best of all people in the town.
I am so glad you said that, and I am rooting for you. Just while I have your attention, from firsthand experience, I've heard people talk about how they tried to contact the mayor in Moncks Corner and never really hear back from him. I don't know if the town would be able to improve upon, like, instead of going directly to the mayor, maybe you can come to us and we can help you, without having to depend on just that one individual. It seems like in the town of Moncks Corner, there is one individual for every single office. So, like, when you're trying to build a business, if the information is not very good, I've given this communication to some of the leadership that on your website, the information is not very good. When it comes to like following instructions on how to open up a business in the area. It does not, there's a difference between residential and commercial, but it's not very apparent on the website. And you find out a lot of things after you start the process instead of having ample time to plan for what the process would really entail. So those are some of the things that I've heard and I've seen firsthand that we could do a lot better if we want to really grow the economic development scene in Moncks Corner. It's like the little simple things like that, that what may be apparent to someone who has done this, for years or has opened up several businesses is not very apparent for like a new business owner. So those are some of the things that I've seen.
Okay.
Yep.
And see, that's where I feel that my perspective and my experience will be able to come into play to connect those dots, because sometimes like I said, it goes back to that pain point of I don't understand, and it could be that, like you said, the information is not direct, it's not clear, it's not broken down. A lot of times the language is kind of above our heads, and sometimes it's for me as well. So it's just a matter of somebody being able to pick up the phone and call someone and say, hey, I seriously need some help. Can you just take at least 5 to 10 minutes just to explain this to me? And it's just being accessible and available.
Definitely. So the second point is to work with Town Council as they continue the path of growing smart while maintaining the hometown culture that we are very proud of. So what are your ideas there?
Well, we love the hometown culture. I love, the reason why I came back is because I love this Southern hospitality that we have, especially right here in Moncks Corner. Everybody knows everyone, everyone's friendly with everyone. If you're not careful, everybody, the person sitting next to you might be your family, It's one of those hometown feels that we want to make sure that we maintain, while also recognizing that the world around us is growing, and it's growing like wildfire. With the major plants that are coming to the area and surrounding areas, and it's only inevitable that Moncks Corner is going to grow. We're going to progress, and and I fully support the plans that the council and the mayor currently have. With working with Growing Smart and making sure that we revitalize the town and make it efficient. I just want to continue that path with them and make sure that we are growing smart so that the outside areas are not overgrowing Moncks Corner. We want to make sure we have the ability to control the growth. We want to make sure that we have the ability to educate so that those who come into our town can maintain that small town culture and that hometown feel that we have. And, we're there to provide that for them versus them coming in and changing the culture. We want everybody to come. We're not going to say, oh, you can't come here. You can't sit here. Right. We don't want to say that. But at the same time, I think that if we are preparing and we're growing in a way that we say, okay, we understand what's going on around us and we're preparing for it. I mean, let's think about it. The traffic on 52, it's horrible right now, and that's because of the growth around us. It's not necessarily mean it's the growth in Moncks Corner, but people are passing through Moncks Corner. Even just right there on that intersection where Walmart and Arby's is at. People are passing through. They're going to and from home and work. So, and I mean, if you're coming down 52 in front of the library about 4:30, between 4:30 and 5:30, you're going to sit in traffic. So that's a result of the growth that's going on around us. Wow. So we want to be able to make sure we grow smart so that we can control it, and the growth is not overtaking the town.
Got it. And then the third point is that we're continuing to cultivate an environment in which people want Moncks Corner to remain a place where they desire to raise their children by investing in our local economics, engage in activities, and town revitalization. So tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, just making sure that people want to come back here, or stay here. Not everybody leaves to go off to college or go off to try different jobs. We want you to be able to stay within the town, spend your money within the town, Raise your children within the town. Be here with your parents as they continue to age, so that you're here with them, not far from them. And the only way to do that is if we continue to have engaging activities. What the town did with the park that's on Main Street is amazing.
Right.
Very amazing. Yes, especially what they've done with the Miracle League. I have a special knack for families with special needs children or adults. So, that keeps them here in Moncks Corner because they have resources here that supports their family. And the same for all families. We are providing shopping experiences. They don't have to leave to go out to get the things that they need. They don't have to leave the town, even though Charleston is only like 20, 30 minutes away. But we don't want you to have to leave. We want you to spend your dollars here and keep your dollars in the town of Moncks Corner. So by doing that, we have to make sure that we have innovative economics right here. We want to make sure we have creative activities and engagement activities right here. And then make sure that we build a town that is supportive of all families, which I believe that they're on track with doing, and they're doing a great job. So I just want to be able to join that team and provide my perspective and whatever resources I can provide to assist the town and the mayor with that group.
That would be awesome. And I think that that's a great segue into talking about the festival that we're going to be having next month. And it's October 24th from 2 to 6. It's the annual African Consciousness Festival, where we are celebrating the African culture, where we come from, where our history lies, an opportunity to teach the kids about who we are and where they come from and how it's something to be proud of, with some engaging activities and swag and African drums and dance and storytelling and singing, the things that that we love within the African American community. So I want to say thank you as well for showing your support there, and we look forward to seeing more of those types of things happening once you get in the seat.
Yes, definitely. And that's the type of activities we want to see here, definitely, culturally diverse activities where everyone feels welcome. At the end of the day, everyone wants to be able to call Moncks Corner home, regardless of where they came from, but we want them to be able to say, hey, this is my home and I love being here and I love attending the activities here because I feel welcome. I feel like it speaks to me, and this is one of those activities where people are going to come and say, oh, we've been waiting for this. I feel like this speaks to me.
Definitely. So Latorie, for someone like myself, like I'm brand new, trying to really learn politics. How often would a town council meeting be held?
The town council meeting is held monthly, and the town of Moncks Corner holds theirs the third Tuesday of each month. And of course, there's something that happens where they have to have a special call meeting that can also happen, but it's regularly scheduled to meet the third Tuesday of each month.
Awesome. And then is there any consistent kind of topics that will probably be discussed in those meetings?
Basically, just approval of any, let's say if someone wants to change the zoning, they talk about that, they present that to the town, and the town council members agree whether or not that's something they want to approve. So it just depends on what the topics are, what the hotspots are for the town during that time is something that they would discuss. But for the most part, they review zoning, they review businesses that are coming, and they review any town activities that need to be discussed with the council.
Okay. And how would an everyday citizen have any kind of input into what would be discussed in those meetings, or submit ideas or to the town council? Any ideas around how can people feel like they play a part with town council is basically what I'm asking.
Sure. Well, everyone is welcome to town council meeting. It is open to the public. And there's also a time frame where each person who comes, if you want to speak, you have 3 minutes to present your ideas, your thoughts, whatever you feel that's on your heart to present. You can do that within that 3 minutes to the town council during the meeting.
Nice.
Yes.
I'm taking notes.
Okay. And for your listeners, that's every town council or city council. It's always open to the public. So regardless of where you live, definitely look into seeing when they have their meetings and when you can attend. And if you have something pressing on your heart, just ask to, be placed on the agenda, or when they get the 3-minute opportunity to speak, take advantage of your moment.
Awesome. So, Latorie, is there anything from your experience, both in the business world and transitioning into town council, that you would like to share with just our community, of things to, either be proactive with, things to think about, especially when it comes to like the 3 bullets that we discussed just now of your top areas of focus, things that the everyday community people can do to like really help you to be successful on the council, anything along those lines, feel free to like just share that with us.
Whew, I feel like I have like 10 answers.
Let it all out.
Well, I want to speak to one thing, and my favorite go-to word is transparency. So I like to be transparent.
Yeah.
When it comes to business as well as the leadership role in politics, like I can say for me, it's scary.
Mm-hmm.
It's scary. Even when I started out my business 8 years ago with my first preschool, it was scary. Starting out my first time now in politics, it is a little bit scary because there are things that you really don't know and you learn as you grow. So, I would tell you, if you ever have that thought or that, that inclement feeling that is something that you want to do, whether it's business or politics, push past your fear.
Right.
Or do it scared. I know we've heard that over and over and over again, but I would just like to just encourage you again, do it scared, because you'll never know. You want to be able to live life with no regrets, and you'll never know how far you can go if you don't put one foot in front of the other and just start. Yeah. So, I'm learning politics as I go. I have a passion, I have a drive, I have the experience, I have the education, but I'm new to politics. So I'm excited about that. Very excited about it. I'm looking forward to learning under the leadership of the mayor, learning under the leadership of the other council members. But I also know that even though I'm going to be learning under them, I'm also going to be bringing in a lot of jewels of wisdom as well, too. So one of the things that a close friend of mine always say is know what you know. So, it's one of those things that you know what you know. You may not know everything, and we all will not know everything. We should always remain a student, but know what you know and know that you have enough inside of you to add value to whatever table you sit at.
Definitely.
That's big. Yes. How you can support me in the candidacy is the biggest thing is sharing and showing up. Mm-hmm. Definitely, even if you don't live within the town of Moncks Corner, I encourage you to share, because our network is so powerful. We don't realize how much the word of mouth can really impact a vote, or it can impact a position, or it can impact a person, or impact even a business just by word of mouth. People want to go where they know other people have had great experiences. And that's the business part. In regards to leadership, people want to hear that someone, you trust someone. What is it that you like about this person? What is it that you think this person can grow in? Either way, share the information, share the news. With this election, it is not held on November the 3rd with the general election.
Wow.
So yes, it is going to be held a week after, on November the 10th. So we encourage everyone to come back out, especially Candace in our community. We need you to come back out. Your voice matters locally just as much as it matters nationally and statewide. So, a lot of times we don't realize that the local elections actually hold a lot more weight because it impacts you on a day-to-day basis. So, come back out. Use your voice. It hopefully will only take a few minutes to get in and get out. With my election and with this election from this campaign on November the 10th, you can actually do an absentee ballot vote.
Nice.
And you can do that as early as you can do that up until 30 days before. So, you can also do that vote as well. So, there's so many ways that you can do things. We are going to be having a Meet the Candidate Fish Fry. So that's tentatively scheduled right now for October the 10th at the Hope Center. So, you're welcome to come out. I would love for everyone to come out, regardless of whether you live in the town or not. Come out and meet me. Come out and I would love to hear your ideas. I would love to engage in any type of conversation with you. And also, we're looking to have, again, this is all still in the plans, we're looking to possibly have voter assistance, registration assistance there as well. Nice. So it's all something that, we can help, because we understand with all of this going on in the era of COVID and all the new regulations and the changes, it could be a lot. It can be very confusing for a lot of people, especially our elderlies. We want to be able to provide a resource for them as well and say, hey, we can help you. Come on out so that we can, help you fill out your form or tell you what to do when you get to the voter registration office or wherever you're going to vote. We want to be able to provide that education as well. And I'm huge on education, so we want to be able to be a resource to everyone.
That's amazing. I'm glad you said that. I really didn't even think about the local elections happening the Tuesday after the general, election. So I'm glad that you said that, so that we can keep that at the forefronts of our minds, plan for it on our calendars, and, help to continuously spread the word on that. Yes,
that's important. And, based on our campaign plans, we do plan to push that as well.
Nice.
A lot of people are thinking it's going to be on November the 3rd, but the Town of Moncks Corner Council will not be on the November 3rd ballot.
Wow. Well, Latorie, you shared a lot of jewels with us on tonight, and we greatly appreciate the work that you are planning to put in, and we definitely wish you the best of luck on this campaign trail. And let's just continue to support each other, and like she said, let's continue to spread the word about our candidates that we have in the race. Like she also said, each one reach one, and you never know the people that's following you where they might live. So if you know of a good candidate that, even if they're not in your area, make sure that you spread the word so that other people know that these people are an option and that they have, your interests or things that you care about in their plans.
Yes.
Awesome. Latorie, did I miss anything from your end?
No, ma'am. I would like to share that you can follow me on Facebook at Latorie, 4, Town Council, as well as on Instagram, the same handle, Latorie for Town Council. And then I also have a website. It is www.latorie, Latorie, for 4, towncouncil.com. So let's stay connected.
Awesome. And I think that her website and at least the Facebook page should be in the description of the video. And like she said, the Instagram page is the same. So that makes it very easy to follow across the platforms.
Yes.
All right. So it's your girl, Candace, signing off for South Carolina Buy Black Locally, and Latorie signing off for Town Council in Moncks Corner. We will see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you. Take care.
SCBBL show. Rock on. Rock on.